Well, we have another interview here with a mother who is also a teacher in Milwaukee Public Schools, and she has her daughter with her, and we wanted just to share a few words of what brought them out today.
Just the fact that as a teacher at MPS, I'm a teacher, been teaching for 20 years. I'm a product of MPS. I don't believe that the mayor takeover will solve our problems. I believe in collaboration. Teachers, parents, principals, union, all educators, whether it's the cooks or the custodians or whomever, we all need each other in order to make MPS succeed. I believe that we're treated unfairly as far as budgeting is concerned in MPS, and I think that we basically all need to work together in order to find some form of success. Say hi, Tori. And say we're against the mayoral takeover. The mayoral takeover. And that she will hopefully grow up and be successful like her mom, which I am again, the product of MPS, and I'm successful. So I believe that there are many people that have come through MPS that have very good success stories somewhere down the line. We just have to find them. And for the people that are against MPS having success or a lot of successful students, they need to think again, because I'm one. Thank you.
Thank you for the interview, gang. Can you state your name and what brought you out today?
Well, first of all, my name is Darren D. Taylor. This is my daughter, Erica Taylor, and she brought me out here, and I heard it on the news about the mayor takeover, and so I came to see what it's all about and what people had to say. And I understand the mayor think it's a good thing to take over, and so I think it's a good thing. And then on the flip side of it, I think it's bad, because it shows how far we have come, and we haven't come far enough. And to just take over, it's not giving the people a chance to really speak or try to do what they need to do in order to make MPS a better place for our children. Now, to me, I believe it starts in the home. I understand there's big money involved. I understand education has gone down, but it starts in the home. If the parent do not care or put their best foot forward towards helping their child for education, it's not going to get anywhere. It doesn't matter if the mayor take over or don't take over. If the parents don't do anything about it, nothing will happen. If you don't put the fear of God in your child, respect for others, and respect yourself, remember who you represent. You represent Christ, if you have Christ in you, and you represent your parents. Now, if the parents don't have any common sense, then the child might not have common sense either, because the child learns from the parent. Now, having been through MPS and graduated from Custard High School and have worked in factories for 11 years, have did for Local 113, did construction for 6-7 years, and have went through MATC to better my education. And now look at me, 4 years later, I'm a surgical technician at Aurora St. Luke. Now, it's obvious that I believe in education, and I believe in showing the children the way they should go. You need to do the same thing. Stand up for what is right. Don't let children take over and run your life. You have to run it for them until they be able to stand on their own 2 feet. Then you know what it means to have a good education. Because we as parents have failed our children. Not the school, not the teachers, not the school board, us as parents, allowing our children to hang out and do whatever they want and talk to us any kind of way. Let's go back, start over, go to the old landmark, and do this thing right. Thank you.
Okay, and you said it was your daughter who motivated you to come out today?
Motivated me to come out here and to see what's going on. And I said, okay, I'll come and see what's happening.
And how did you find out about?
My English teacher. I attended Riverside University High School,
and my English teacher told us about this, so I just started.
Oh wow! I mean, you guys just look so beautiful sitting there, and the fact that when they try to say that we don't care and that we're not concerned, I think you guys are a fine representation of a part of this community that just doesn't get the credit that it should do. And so, keep up the good work, guys. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Okay, and now we have a interview here with Mr. James Pugh, who is an intellectual scholar and philosopher from our community. And we wanted to take some time with him to get his take on this takeover matter.
Hello. Okay.
Can you introduce yourself? Tell people who you are. Talk about your position on this.
Well, my name is James Pugh. I'm a local philosopher. I'm interested in the people. Obviously, I'm interested in a return to a democratic society, and I'm concerned that this move represents the opposite of democracy. And
yeah, just in your own words, I want to really hear you expound on what you think the impact would be, why you oppose it. Not necessarily putting words in your mouth, but really talk about the political dynamics and everything that's shaping this across the country. And as somebody who keeps up with these type of issues, talk about what you think would be the dangers of the community heading in this direction.
well, there's no question that this is a devastating event. There are problems with the school system, but the key is that the strength is in the people. And that the more practice that a people have at solving their problems, the better they get at it. And so what this does is essentially short circuits all that. It essentially tells us that our solutions come from above us and come from outside of our community. And that leads to a kind of learned helplessness, which ultimately contributes to the deterioration of the people.
And so the political climate that surrounds this, one of the questions that we've been trying to figure out is why somebody who has been a very liberal, progressive politician such as Tom Barrett would do something as draconian as this. It looks like a Republican type of policy that is being pushed. What do you think the political motivation is behind these issues?
Well, I think that what we have now is a new paradigm. There are people who believe that democracy was just a moment, and that ultimately, going forward, America is better off as an empire. They believe that there are certain people who are not going to be part or should not be part of the 21st century, and so they believe that it's appropriate for them to begin to use their wherewithal to advance that agenda. Now, there's agreement on the right and the left. They're called neo-conservative on the right. They're called neoliberal on the left. And it's a tragedy that that unfortunately people on the left have not made that distinction. But I think now increasingly we need to begin to make it.
What kind of suggestions would you make for the community as they begin to look for the solutions? Clearly, we all have identified that we have a problem, but what types of things do you think that we should be looking at in solving our problem in education?
Well, first of all, education is related to other things. It's all an organic whole. The fundamental thing that you need is you need community, and you need a community that is united and free, because if they're not united and free, they'll be divided and ruled by other communities. But it's not sufficient that a community be united and free, because we have these neoliberals that I was just referring to. They're united and they're free. But the other thing is that the community itself has to be living a lifestyle that's consistent with the rules of nature itself. The alternative is that you either can live on a circle of life or you can live on a pyramid of death. And the problem that we have right now is that the people, these neoliberals, that we're referring to, they believe that the world ultimately is hierarchical. It's ultimately a pyramid, and they figure that since it's a pyramid, they'd rather be on top than on the bottom. What we need to do is propose to them that the world is ultimately a circle. As the Lakota chief, Black Elk, said, the world is comprised of infinitely many hoops, and each hoop is at the center of the universe. And if we begin to express that idea to folks, it begins the process of developing autonomy.
Okay, Mr. Pugh, we thank you for just taking that time to give us some insight from a higher intelligence, so to speak. And so it was always a wonder and pleasure to talk to you. Thank you.
Delighted.